Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Fintech News. I'm your host, Nicholas Belvo, and as always, joined by Sagar Agarwal, Head of Research here at Fintech Cadence. We're coming live despite the snowstorm happening today in Montreal, so that's the first element of news, even though it's not Fintech. But today we still have a big day. Things did not slow down in the slush. Alpaca raises a $6 million Series A. Apple Card has a sexism claim. Immo Investment Technologies raises £11 million Series A. RBC's Bitcoin trading platform has been announced. And lastly, the top 25 leaders in lending were announced by the Canadian Lenders Association. So we'll run through all that in 5 minutes. First off, Alpaca. What do they do?
Really interesting concept. It's stock APIs and platforms for developers to create brokerage apps or any trading app for the stock market. So if you and I are developers and we want to create our next Robinhood, we can do so using the Alpaca API. It's pretty cool.
What's Robinhood, for those who don't know?
Robinhood is a trading app. It's mostly in the US, not in Canada, unfortunately, that allows anyone to trade in the market for free. They have a certain lag, a few minute lag, but you can trade without any fees.
Okay. So it's a similar concept to what we spoke about last week with Deserve, which is card as a service. So it's a platform to be able to...
Right. It's interesting to see this pattern of platforms being created that allow people to just create apps and products on those platforms, and they don't have to worry about regulations. They don't have to worry about working with legacy systems at banks and financial institutions. So it's pretty cool. It opens up the fintech industry to everyone, and not just a few people.
We're seeing companies establishing the building blocks for other companies to go and build layers on top of that.
Yeah, it's like Play Store and Google, Play Store for Google and Apple Store for fintech. That could be the future.
And it's free for developers to actually use Alpaca. Alpaca's revenue model is just using it based on the transactions on their clients' applications. So good stuff. Apple Card. So we've saw some string of tweets in the past week claiming that Apple Card might be sexist. What's this all about?
A lot of tweets, a lot of heated debates and discussions about Apple not providing, claims of Apple not providing enough credit to people who have really good scores, especially women and people of minority groups. There's a lot of back and forth happening. Apple says, and Goldman Sachs is saying that our algo is not biased because we don't ask you about your gender, and your marital status, so it can't be biased. But there are other ways to figure that out. So I don't have access to the algo. No one does. So, but if there's so many people on Twitter saying that they'd either be denied access to credit or they received credit which was not something that they expected.
It was like Steve Wozniak even commented how his credit score, his loan approval or credit margin was 10 times higher than the one of his wife.
Wow.
So it's quite...
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So there is definitely something wrong there.
Immo Investment Technologies, Series A company out of London.
Why don't you talk about Immo? Because you're interested in real estate and you're looking to buy property.
Yeah.
It's an interesting concept for you.
Well, no, it very much is. So essentially it allows investors, private investors, to buy or to let properties through Immo Investment Technologies. Immo essentially purchases real estate from buyers, and these buyers are able to sell within a 24-hour window. So it makes it really efficient and practical if you're looking to sell your house in a very small time frame.
Right.
And then Immo Technologies then essentially flips the property to rent it out, and they say their technology enables them to identify over 281 unique data points to be able to, one, value the property at market value, and then also predict the fluctuations in price over the years to not only know the value of that property, but also the future revenue generated from renting it out.
Right. Yeah. It's complete automation of this entire industry. So really exciting stuff. And one of our startups, Finalytics, they're more or less in the same space. They're using satellite images and AI and machine learning to figure out the price of a house so that brokers and insurance providers can have a second perspective or a
second opinion
on the prices of property. So again, a shift in the industry and moving towards more automations, real estate, which is really traditional, and so.
And they're starting off in Hamburg, a city northern Germany, and we'll see if one day they come here. But for people looking to invest in real estate, or just essentially if you want to sell your house, it becomes a really interesting and super efficient way of trading real estate. Lastly, or before last, RBC's Bitcoin trading platform. So RBC's moving into the crypto space. What's this all about?
They will probably allow people to trade Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, Ethereum as well, using an RBC product. And people can open bank accounts using crypto only. They don't need cash. So really, really bold move. I don't think any bank around the world has done something like this. Any big bank around the world has done something like this. It will increase credibility of cryptos around for the general public. So it's a good move if you are a Bitcoin or a crypto investor, and it will make things more mainstream for cryptocurrency. So pretty cool move.
I'm excited to see what that platform actually looks like once it comes today.
Yeah, maybe they have trading features as well. I don't know. Let's see. It's something really exciting and interesting.
And then the last piece we want to touch upon, the Canadian Lenders Association, which is, by the way, having their Lenders Summit on November 20th. They just released the top 25 leaders in lending. So shout out to Al and Mansell, who made the list, and our friends over at PayPal as well, and some others in there. But check it out. We shared it yesterday on our LinkedIn page if you want to see the top leaders in lending. But that's it. That's our wrap up for the last week in FinTech. Thank you for joining us, and as always, tune in next Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. for another episode of FinTech News. Thanks so much. Have a great snowy day, and see you soon.